Hey everybody, it's DJ Larry from Musik Masters Entertainment again. So this week I want to talk about some more as finding the right DJ. Last week we talked about getting the right fit, and that means hiring the DJ that you think is going to do the best job for you. And it's also on the DJ to ask the right questions to know if he is indeed the right fit for you. So once you think you found the DJ, this week what we're going to concentrate on is, what do I do next? What kind of music list do I need to provide for my DJ? Well, here's what we do. I typically ask for anywhere between 5 and 20 songs. I can get a feel of what you want between those 5 and 20 songs. The thing to me that's actually more important sometimes than your playlist is your do not playlist. So a lot of people, and I can't remember the last time we actually did it, but a lot of people will say, we don't want to hear any chicken dance. I don't want to hear the hokey pokey. I don't want to hear any Miley Cyrus, maybe, something like that. So those are just examples. Again, we haven't played the chicken dance or the hokey pokey in a very long time. So I get this list, and I'm like, okay. So I try to figure out how to make the best sets and include the songs in your list and keep the people out there dancing. The thing that makes it really hard is when you tie my hands and say, I don't want to hear Celebrate. I don't want to hear any line dances. I don't want to hear Uptown Funk, something like that. So that's great. But here's what you need to keep in mind. A lot of those songs I've played a billion times, and maybe I don't like to play them anymore. Maybe you don't like to hear them anymore, but here's the cold facts is most of them just work. They get the people out on the dance floor. They break the ice. Yeah, line dances are tried. They're boring sometimes. They've burned out long ago. But I tell you what, when I throw on the Cupid Shuffle, my dance floor gets packed. And that makes it easier for me to break the ice in the beginning and transition into the song list that you create. And that way your guests have a great time. You still get all your songs played. So don't tie my hands so much saying don't play any line dances. You have to consider this is your day. That's true. But the dancing and everything has to come together with your guests, okay? So all your planning, your wedding, everything is perfectly fine to consider it being yours. This is how I want it done. I want it to look this way. I want the officiant to do this. I want us to walk down the aisle this way. I completely get it. When it comes to dancing at the end of the night, give me a little bit of leeway. Don't tie my hands so much. And I'll tell you this when we sit down, all right? In my experience, since 1984, how this works. The electric slide, I did it back in the 80s and, hated it. Today, still, not one of my favorites. But I tell you what, any of the people in their 40s and 50s, you throw on the electric slide, they're out there. That's almost like the new oldies. Usually we start the wedding reception with some of the 60s for the older folk because they get up and they leave early. So almost now the electric slide is becoming the oldies for the people that grew up in the 70s and 80s now. I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. So you make your music list, and we give you a planner. You fill it out, and you list all your specialty songs. So you list your father-daughter, your mother-son, your first dance. If you want any special music for the cutting of the cake, if you want the garter, the bouquet, if you want to play the shoe game, that seems to be the new thing now. We've done the shoe game, went off really well. When you're introduced, do you want different songs for the parents? We like to introduce the parents first. Do you do different songs for the parents and transition to the bridal party? Do they get different songs? Does each couple, do you want them to have a different song? And then, of course, the grand entrance of the bride and groom. What song do you want for there? These are all things that you need to think about, and you need to get to us early so we can make it smooth. All right? So we put a lot of work into making it look like it's not a lot of work. So if you are sitting at a table one day and I happen to be DJing your gig and you're like, man, those guys just look like they're having a lot of fun. Believe me, a lot of work went into making it look effortless. So that's our music list video blog for this week. Now, if there's something you would like to hear the video blog on or have one made on, shoot me an email. The email is easy. It's DJs at musicmasters.com. Remember, as always, music is spelled with a K. MUSIK, masters.com. Alrighty. Also, be sure to go to our Facebook page. Very important. This may be the most important thing I've said in this video blog. Go to our Facebook page. www.facebook.com. Everybody knows how to get to Facebook. /Music Masters. Again, music with a K. Or just search at Musik Masters in your little Facebook searchy bar. Anyway, that is our video blog for today. My 6 minutes is up. As always, we'll see you next time. Have a good gig.